might have cooked the potatoes too long, but that's your fault because you got me doing too many things.
Okay, it's gonna taste amazing. That's all I know.
Everybody lied. What?
This is the best rib I've ever had in my life.
Rodney will make it look ill.
Yeah.
He'll be like, oh yeah. He looks like an Edie, so he'll be like. I'm ready.
Welcome to On Da Chow. I'm your host, Tragedy Khadafi, along with my co-host, Mr. AT.
What up, what up?
Here at On Da Chow, the guest comes through and makes their signature dish just for you. Food for thought, real conversation. Y'all make sure y'all do the dishes on the chow. Let's go.
Welcome to On Da Chow. I'm your host, Trash, with my co-host, Mr. AT, aka The Fixer. Yep. Right about now, you're on the chow, and we're gonna prepare a special outdoor barbecue dish for you. We're making some barbecue ribs. We're gonna do some potato salad with a little twist to it, with our own special twist to it. But who's our special guest today?
We're the special guest today.
We're the special guest today.
We are the special guests.
We are officially the special guest today. We're gonna give you some food for thought. That's what it's all about. When we come back, we're gonna show you how I made this dish. We're gonna go through all the ingredients and kind of like the history of me cooking, why I love to cook, things of that nature. Right now, you're on the chow, and this is what we're doing. Yeah, so we back on the chow again. Trash, my co-host, Mr. AT, aka The Fixer. What up? What up?
That's all I'm gonna say the whole show. What up? What up? That's
We're gonna
it.
get your Russell Simmons. God bless.
What up? What up?
From episode 1, man, we had a nice little journey from that, man, from that step.
Pre-COVID.
Yeah, pre-COVID. That was crazy.
Pre-COVID.
That was crazy. That was experience. That kind of like threw things off a little bit. I was nervous.
We had to put the brakes on everything.
Yeah, we obviously had China Mac on there, which was dope. He came through. Expensive fish. He didn't know what the hell he was doing.
Called his mom. That was beautiful.
That was fly. Yeah, then COVID happened, and that just like.
Well, nah. We did China Mac. Then we Lord Jamal.
Then we did Lord Jamal
the next day, and then
COVID.
Then COVID happened like 2 weeks later. We had other episodes planned.
Yeah.
And we had to everything just stopped.
Yeah.
So then as the world started reopening and people started getting more comfortable coming back around, we had the idea of do some barbecue, outdoor, socially distanced.
Well, let's talk about the COVID at the height of COVID first. Then. Let's not just ease past that. Like, I caught it.
I had the antibodies.
Yeah.
If you ain't got the antibodies, you ain't anybody. You know what I'm saying?
No.
That's just what it is. Hey.
No, but seriously, like, you know, that it was real serious because we had a lot of close friends that caught it.
Yeah.
And I caught it, and you know, not to get on the down note, but it took a lot of adjusting. I ain't gonna stunt. I ain't gonna hold y'all. Like, that had me nervous even before I found out that I had it, that I was positive with it. It had me nervous because of the show, because like everything just shut down. Never seen nothing like that in my life. In my whole 25 years of being on this planet.
25? I thought it was 23.
Take it easy.
23 years.
Don't shoot, baby.
Pull it
Don't
back.
shoot.
Pull it back.
I've never seen nothing like that. So, you know, things were up in the air, and you could only imagine, like, with us starting the show, being excited, getting that momentum going with our first guest, who was China Mac, who was like excellent, and then Lord Jamal. So we were like on this rise, and then COVID happened. Like, wow, it kind of put things at it was challenging. It was real challenging, but we came up with some innovative ways to not get around it, because we respected it. We respect, you know, being safe,
right.
Everybody being safe, practicing good health practices and hygiene practices to avoid the COVID and kind of arrest it and keep it at bay. So we respect that, especially with all our friends and family members who caught it. But we was faced with some challenges, and it caused us to become more innovative.
Yeah.
And more creative to work around.
Think outside the box and switch it up.
That's right. Thus, this is why we're in the backyard, on the grill,
boom,
getting busy. You know what I'm saying? And,
550.
And we had another episode after that, which y'all will be seeing, y'all will be viewing. We had my man Flush come through. We had a cook off beef burger cook-off on the grill.
It was your birthday.
It was my birthday.
We'll bring back the COVID. Welcome back from COVID.
Welcome back from COVID. Everybody came through. We had a great time. Had good music, good food. It was dope. Large Professor came through spinning.
Large Professor, Joe Fatal.
You know what I'm saying? It was a good time. But like I said, we was faced with a lot of challenges, and so we figured, you know what? Let's take it to the backyard since we gotta respect social distancing. Let's take it to the backyard, and it caused us to be more creative. So that was a good thing. We got some good out of the situation. We took some good out of a bad situation, right?
That's a fact.
And that was a
we
good
outside.
look.
See this leaves and shit.
So what we doing today?
What we're doing is.
Or what am I doing?
That's what I was just gonna say. What we're doing is, I'm gonna help you if you whatever help you need. And you ever cooked this before?
I've actually made this. It's beef short ribs.
Yeah. So what exactly? You
I never made it.
Ribs?
I've never made it on the grill, but I watched like my grandmother do it. My aunts do it. So I'm kind of like going off the dome.
Okay.
A little freestyling off the family. The family motion and all that. So I think I pretty much got it. I pretty much got it.
What about the potatoes?
I'm gonna make some potato salad with a little twist. I like to put a little different things in my potato salad, and I'm gonna make some ribs. But oh man, I forgot something.
I know. Just thinking about it.
Just thought about it. I just thought about it. You see, you know what? See, usually when we do this, the guest is cooking. So this is the first time, and I don't mind, I don't mind kind of like not making mistakes, but I don't mind taking y'all through the journey. That's important. It's important that y'all travel with us on this journey and become part of this experience. But I fucked up, and I forgot the corn on the cob.
Oh shit!
You wasn't even thinking about that.
I forgot about the corn on the cob.
Yeah, because you supposed to handle that shit.
I was thinking something else.
What was you thinking about, son?
Scripts.
Oh, all right, yeah. No, I purposely left that out.
Okay.
I purposely left that out. But yeah, we're gonna come back and we're gonna go through the whole thing, the whole process of how I make it, how
Seasons,
I do it.
all that.
Yeah, everything. I got
a lot of ingredients.
I got some olive oil, some sea salt, some paprika,
sauce, some vinegar.
I put this on everything.
Soy sauce.
I put Worcestershire sauce on everything. But yeah, we're gonna come back and get busy. We're gonna give y'all some food for thought, and just stay with us while we circle the block. Food for thought. On the Chow.
Boom! Backyard vibes. Keep the grill going. Probably be able to rock out here till like October, probably. And we do a Christmas special back here too. Fuck it. Vinegar?
Do me a favor, grab the lemon in the lime we bought.
You bought lemon and lime?
Yep.
Welcome back to On Da Chow.
Yeah, we back.
We are back, and right now, Trag's gonna put some sauce on this. What we got in the cup, brother?
It's all on me right now.
It's all on you.
On Maki.
Let's
right
go.
about now, this is what I'm doing. I'm basting my meat. I'm basting my short ribs.
Pause.
No freaky. Listen, I'm basting my meat with some Worcestershire, some soy sauce. I got vinegar in another cup, and my spices. I use different spices. The regular salt and pepper, hint of ginger, a hint of chili powder. You know what I'm saying? So
what about these lemons? What was this for?
I squeeze lemon in there and lime to give it a little repel, a little kickback. Okay. And again, I use Worcestershire sauce on everything. It's something about Worcestershire sauce. It gives things a little kick. While kind of blending in with its surroundings, so to speak. So again, like I'm not no certified chef and all that, but I've been doing my thing for a little while. I'm the oldest of 5, so I had to learn how to cook early in the game. So I'm basting my meat. This is pretty much a real thick cut of short ribs. So I'm gonna keep basting it when I throw it on the grill. You know what I mean? So the vinegar kind of helps tenderize the meat and all that, and the different spices, you keep basting it so it cooks in the meat or whatever. And I think I'm gonna throw this on, man. I think I'm ready to throw this on. The grill is hot. The grill is ready.
550.
It's 550?
Still cooking, yeah.
Let's
man.
base it a
Still
little
hot.
more. Check out my base game.
Like Miami bass.
You know what I'm saying?
Baseball.
You know, life is funny, man, because I always loved cooking. Like, it was only natural that I come into this. You know what I mean? So when we came with this whole concept in this lane, I was all for it because I always loved cooking. I love cooking for my family. To me, like, when you cook, it's sort of like, I look at it like making music. It's an art to it. It's a science to it. And I have a passion for it. So I love it. I love cooking for people. I love to feed people. You know what I mean? So it's all a good thing. It goes.
I mean, and that's where it came from. Was from you had a plate on Instagram that you had up. And someone was like, "Oh, what would your cookbook be?" And then we started brainstorming off that, and then
yes,
boom. But that came off of you just cooking and putting a plate up on
naturally. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, like, again, I love cooking. I love feeding people. And when you cook, man, you gotta put, I believe you put a piece of yourself into it. If you really cooking, like, if you really mean it.
Put the love in it.
If you're not just throwing some shit in the microwave and just,
You mean like what I do?
We gonna get you out of that.
3 minutes, boom, it's done. Let's
We gonna get you out of that. We gonna get you out of that. We
out of it
right
right now. We doing it right now.
That's right. So, all right, I need you to open that grill up, fam, Ron.
It's gonna be hot. Let's use this motherfucker right here.
We got our coals nice and hot. And again, this is how I do it. You may have some real.
Let me get out the way.
You may have some real certified barbecuists who say, "Oh, you're not supposed to do it that way." Listen, this is how I do it.
Man, we on the chat. We do what the fuck we want.
That's
here.
right.
That's how we doing it.
And we're gonna get into.
Ooh, that shit's hot.
We're gonna get into the whole concept of On Da Chow. See, initially, On Da Chow comes from some prison shit.
Yep. The name On Da Chow.
We're gonna just place that on the grill. The grill is very hot.
It says real hot.
Yeah. I'm gonna actually baste the meat on the other side as well. So when I flip it over, like that.
That's that extra sauce. Dripping it. Boom. It's looking good. It's looking right. Now we got this meat from an actual butcher on, what was the name of that spot? It was on Atlantic and Lefferts.
It was called Halal Meal God for Real Salat Position. And we got it by way of Macho, my man Macho, peace to Macho. He recommended the spot, got us a nice cut.
Yeah, we went to a couple different spots, couldn't find it.
Yeah, we went to Stop and Shop, Shop and Save, whatever. Key Food, and nobody had no beef ribs. Welcome back to On Da Chow. I'm Trag with my co-host, Mr. At, a.k.a. The Fixer. The reason why I call At The Fixer is because At takes all of the... I wasn't going to tell him, man.
Tell them.
That's right.
Let them know.
That's right. At takes care of all the details, right? In terms of the production, in terms of the show, which is a good thing. And I take care of the other things. And it works out for a good balance. And speaking of balance... I balance my potato salad out with a few different things. I like to put shrimp
in the potato salad.
In my potato salad, right?
Okay.
I like to grill the shrimp, and put it in my potato salad.
Onions and peppers too.
It's real good.
Clearly.
The other day we had some Queen's Bully. Right?
Yeah, that's just bad.
Shout out to Queen's Bully, man. I gotta get to know that chef. I gotta get to know all chefs, man. I want to be like the hip hop Julia Childs. I really do.
Sure.
But yeah, shout out to Queen's Bully. We had some shrimp mac.
Yeah, I had the mac with the brisket.
The brisket mac, which is marvelous, and I had some good old barbecue wings.
I had the grilled Parmesan.
And it was amazing, man. The first time I actually went to Queen's Bully, I didn't have any food. I went there, I think Flex was DJing.
Yeah, I called you. I was like, yo, what are you doing tonight?
Yeah, and I went over there.
Yep.
But I didn't have any food. And when I had the food the other day, I was like, damn, this is really good, man. So definitely shout out to Queen's Bully, man. They doing their thing over there.
All right, so wait, are you gonna cut this up? You gonna cut the shrimp too?
Well, I'm gonna grill the shrimp first. I'm gonna baste it again with some olive oil and a little seasonings. Kind of grill it and slice it in half a little bit. I'm not being cheap. I'm not on no Jaime Finkelstein. I'm just, it's a lot of, they're a big shrimp, no freaky, and I'm gonna kind of, break them up. I don't want it to be too, how can I say, gordy in the potato salad. I just wanted enough, so you could get the shrimp hint.
I don't think
shrimp taste.
I've ever had potato salad with shrimp in it, so that's interesting.
Oh man, I love it like that. Of course, I'm gonna add some green pepper, some onions, some relish, your regular things. But that's how we gonna make that work. Again, we got the short ribs up in there, and that's cooking. There's a lot going on. And another thing, today happens to be Nipsey Hussle's birthday, right? Happens to be Nipsey Hussle's birthday.
Is it his birthday or is it a year that he passed? I think it's a year that he passed.
It's his birthday. It's his birthday. It's actually his birthday.
Damn.
And yeah, man, peace to the brother. Man.
Yeah, that's just wild, man.
It's wild.
Nipsey was dope. Good friend of mine put me on to him in like 2012 before he was popping. I was like, yo, this is what all the dudes getting money in Cali are fucking with. This cat. And I listened to that shit and it's been, he's dope, man. That shit was tragic.
Yeah, very, very, very much so. And there's been a few others after that. I actually made a Nipsey Hussle song. I didn't put it out. It was called Ride for Nipsey.
I remember seeing that, hearing about it.
Yeah. I actually played it on my gram a little bit, but I never actually put it out. But just touching on that, like, it was crazy to me because the whole conspiracy theory around Nipsey Hussle and the government killed him because he was about to make a Dr. Sebi documentary and all that. And I want to talk about it.
You think there's weight to that?
Yo, bro, I gotta tell you, man, like, motherfuckers are stupid. I don't know how, I gotta go there. Motherfuckers are stupid because, we tend to put a lot of conspiracy around things that, are not necessarily government conspiracies, man. He got murdered by, a jealous dude, a
fucking sucker, yeah.
Yeah, sucker, a reptile, you know what I'm saying? And those things happen. That's not foreign in the streets, in the hood. He was one of them individuals, from what I seen, who wanted to give back to the hood, who wanted to come in the hood and be comfortable in the hood. And I can relate to that because I was like that for a long time. After, the CNN album or whatever, I actually still lived in Queensbridge. And so I myself had an incident out there, and I have an aunt, and my aunt was like, yo, you gotta move up out of here. You're in a certain kind of financial class, you gotta get up out of here because, everybody's not gonna be happy for your success. And that's something that exists in the streets, in the ghetto, for a reason. That's not a fucking conspiracy theory.
Yeah.
That's just motherfucking straight hating.
Yeah, you were saying, my hood loves me, they're not gonna fuck with me.
Yeah, but it wasn't necessarily my hood, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly,
but
right.
It happened in my hood,
right.
And it could happen, you know what I'm saying? And you can't go around in your hood, walking around with a house on your neck and a motherfucking condo on your wrist around people who don't have it. And even if you're doing for them and looking out for them, there's levels to the game. You could be looking out for people, but regardless to what, some people will actually take it like you're trying to stun on them because they don't have what you have. So I say all that to say, all that conspiracy theory shit, man, like, it's crazy. Even with this whole COVID thing, like, to me it kind of, takes away from the reality of the people I lost when people were like, yo, this is a conspiracy, it's not really real. And don't get me wrong, I was one of them people initially.
Right.
And I can admit that. I actually...
You thought it was a conspiracy at the beginning?
I did. Look, I'm black. I'm black in America, and automatically off top, I feel like anything is coming at me. And I have reason to feel that way. I have reason to feel like that way. It's justified. I'm not making this up in my head on no crazy, but after taking everything in, like I had an aunt and uncle that passed. My man Fatal's mother passed, rest in peace. My man Scram's mom's passed, rest in peace. So, and I caught it. And we have friends that caught it. So it became a certain, the reality came at me in a certain way. When it's at a distance, you're afforded to look at it in a certain way and, you know, put your imagination around it.
It doesn't personally affect you, so you can put your own spin on it, and you can do whatever you want. It's imaginary, but when it hits home, it's something different.
Exactly, but once we realized it was real, and again, like we were saying earlier, and you know, earlier on, how, you know, the reality of it affected us.
Right.
It affected our work. It affected this show.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So with all that in mind, like it's wild how, you know, we come up with these conspiracy theories like, oh, they killed Nipsey. Who's they? You know what I'm saying? They killed Nipsey Hussle. Nah. Jealousy
killed Nipsey Hussle.
And you know, ghetto illness.
Yes.
And sick mentals killed Nipsey, you know. And from what I saw, like, the dude was really like giving back to the streets and trying to give back to the people, man. And like, those, like, why would you do that? But then again, look what they did to Malcolm. Look what they did to a lot of great leaders who sacrificed their lives to help, you know, better the community and better the people, you know, and weren't necessarily looking for a compensation financially, but were doing it out of the, you know, the graciousness out of their hearts because they wanted to see better. You're always gonna have people that don't want to see better. You're always gonna have conflicting energies. You're always gonna have aura snatchers. This is just the reality of life. But I just don't like when people put it off on conspiracies and take away from the real problem. Let's look at the real problems. Let's look at, you know, motherfuckers just being jealous. Yo, do your thing.
Right, from what I read, I mean, 2-3 weeks after, the guy who shot him, they knew each other from back in the day, and it was some shit that happened in prison over a phone.
See, there you
go. And he came back, and he was a rapper. He was trying to get on, and they had words, and that was that.
And now you got, you know, now you have a situation where, unfortunately, you know, I wish he didn't say some of the things he said, because see, when you, and I'm like that, I wear my feelings on my sleeve. And a lot of people don't like me for that. You know what I'm saying? But that's the way I know how to be. I don't know how to be anything else. I wear my feelings on my sleeve. And Nipsey Hussle seemed like he was that type of person where he just said it like it was. But everybody don't jack that. Everybody don't jack that. Everybody don't eat that type of food.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And speaking of food, look at my ribs. Let me check this out. Get that. Listen, you gonna do this, man. You gonna help me out with something.
Brother, let's go.
Nah, me doing all this motherfucking work. Oh, look at that.
It's looking all right.
Should we flip it over? Yes. My man. Get the fork. You gonna help me out with this one, baby.
What you doing? What do you want to do?
I'm gonna use this shit probably. Uh-oh, look. He got the... Ooh, nice. That's okay. That's nice. That's nice.
Little did y'all know I'm a grill master. I just be playing this shit, you know. Doing flip at the wrist. Yeah. All right, so now you're basting it a little bit. Basting a little bit. Some more juices. That's what's up, man. That shit's looking real delectable. Shit's looking real delectable. Y'all ready to eat? Shit's going down. Shit is going down.
Now I gotta hit it with this. Where's my vinegar and my oil at? Right here.
Boom.
Get to that, man.
So you added more to it or no?
No, basically what I'm doing now is I'm putting vinegar on it to help kind of tenderize the meat.
Where'd you learn that?
I learned this from my great-grandmother. Wow. My great-grandmother. Shout out to Great-Grand Groove. Yeah.
That's that real shit.
Madea. Not the movie. That was actually my great-grandmother's name, Madea.
That's that real shit, man.
Yeah.
Woo. Get out the way.
Okay. Let's cover that back up,
right.
man. Let's cover that back up.
It's looking right. Let's see what we get back up to.
But we got our temperature on.
It's not, we can't set it.
No, I'm saying, what do we have it on?
What do you think?
I want the people to know.
Let's bet. What we doing?
It's rising. Temperature's rising.
475.
Temperature's rising.
All right, so right here, you gotta cut these up.
Yeah, we're gonna chop all this up. I'm gonna chop these peppers and
And
everything
again,
up.
this is for the potato salad,
This is for the potato salad.
which those were pre-boiled.
Yeah, I pre-boiled the potatoes. Of course, you can't eat raw potatoes, so I got some red potatoes. Of course, I washed them, rinsed them, and I boiled them. You know, you get it to the texture you want it to be. So, you know, I like it kind of soft, not too hard, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna cut this up, take that top off, and of course, you know, you take the gut out. And in this case, you want to take the seeds out, you know, the white.
Taking the seeds out.
Your offspring. That sounds crazy. Somebody told me all peppers, like, it's all the same pepper. And they just, they change color based on season, I think, right?
Is that true?
Yeah.
Never heard that.
That's interesting. You don't cook, of course you don't.
I mean, what is all this I don't cook shit? What is that? Where's that coming from? Oh yeah, I don't cook. That's where it's coming from. So anyways, we're on the chow. Trag is getting busy.
I'm cutting the guts out the pepper.
Now you got
I gotta rinse this eventually, but I'm gonna dice this pepper up. I got a red pepper too.
Oh, I didn't see it.
Just to take y'all through it. I got a red pepper too. I got an onion. Matter of fact, you gonna do this onion, man.
Nah, I'm not doing it.
Help me out, bro.
I'm not cutting the onion.
Help me out, bro.
What do you want me to? You want me to cut it?
Yeah, cut it.
We cut it like this, right?
Wait, move it in a little bit.
What do you mean?
Right there. Wait, that's good. No, wait,
Why?
let's go first. Listen, let me take you through it.
Take me through it.
Now look, take the knife out. Put the knife down for a second. Never mind. Listen, I feel so great, man. We came back. No, I'm serious. I'm so serious. I'm so sincere.
I'm with
like,
you.
yo, I feel so good, man, to be here and cooking and doing this, man. Like, I look at cooking like the way I look at MCing and boxing. I've never been athletic, but I'm kind of alright with the hands.
Okay.
I'm kind of alright with the hands. I like boxing. There's a rhythm to it. There's a science to it. There's an art to it. And there's a science and an art. More than the science, there's an art to cooking. And when you're passionate about cooking, you put your all into it so you can give your all to the people you're feeding and or serving. You got two kind of people in this world. You got givers and you got takers. And I think when you cook, you're giving. You know what I'm saying? You're spreading it. You're spreading the love. You know what I'm saying? You ever have, like, I'm from the hood. I'm from the streets, man. And I'm proud of that. I'm not ashamed of that. I'm proud of that because I learned a lot of things coming from the street. And I'm not talking about the streets in the sense where, you know, dudes act tough and in a violent aspect of the streets. But I'm from the streets where, you know, I had a lot of older people who, like, really took a liking to me and showed me a lot of love. And one of the ways that they show me love, at least for me, is through the cooking. You know what I mean? And they would put a lot of love into that. And I put a lot of passion into my bars. Over the years, you've come to respect my bars. You know, and even if you don't look at me as one of one of your top 5, and you should. But even if you don't look at me,
And you should.
No, you should.
Motherfucking right.
Yeah, factual.
Motherfucking right.
But I put the same passion into cooking, and that's why this is so like, this is natural for me to come into this, you know. And but again, like, I wouldn't have looked into this, and this is important. I wouldn't have looked at this as another degree of hip hop some time ago in my naivety. But now, you know, I wouldn't say I'm older, but I'm more mature. And I realize that a culture is diverse. A culture is not just music. There's many degrees that make up a culture. Like when I came up in the game, and it's different for y'all now, like now it's more so just the music and the imagery. When I came up in the game, it was the fashion, and it was dancing, and it was graffiti, the art, and it was rhyming, and it was DJing. It was a multifaceted culture. It was diverse. A real culture is not one lane or one vein. A real culture has different layers to it.
Factual.
And I think with this, excuse me, pardon me, I'm dead wrong, but I'm headstrong. I said I think. I know that this is another degree of hip hop culture, just on another level. You know what I'm saying? This is hip hop food, man. You know what I mean? And again,
that upper echelon.
see, I be getting deep. See, you can't have me on. You can't have a dude who's been in this game since he was 12 years old, right? And not be passionate about it, and not have an intimate connection to it. And I think that's why you vibe with me, Mr. Act.
That's a fact.
Because you have a strong connection to it, and I have a strong connection to it.
That's
You can look at the meat. It's crisp, like a white tee, and like a pair of white Air Forces.
Freshies.
You underplan me? It's like that that aura. You know what I'm saying? I gotta talk my aura, man. I got to be me, man. You know what I'm saying? I want to talk about Big Daddy Kane.
Oh, okay.
I want to get into Kane.
Okay.
And the reason why, listen, before, like, we had some music playing, I got leaves flying on my shit. This shit is crazy. I want to talk about Big Daddy Kane.
Talk about it.
I want to say this. First and foremost, back was karate chop to Big Daddy Kane.
Legend.
Yeah,
Daddy Kane.
I'm a legend.
Legend.
He's beyond legend.
Iconic. Is he icon?
Titan.
Titan. Okay.
Titan. Big Daddy Kane, G-Rap, Roxanne, Titans. I'm not far behind them, and I don't devalue myself, but it's like an old timer told me in Harlem. He said, yo, when people who know what they're talking about speak, that means they qualified. And you should listen. Because a lot of times we listen to people who are not qualified to speak, and we just be sitting there wasting time. And one thing about time, you can't get time back. Time is more valuable than money. You can't get time back. I want to talk about Big Daddy Kane, and the reason why I want to talk about Big Daddy Kane, that's a solid dude.
Official.
No, but see, y'all don't even understand. Like, I was part of the Juice Crew, legendary group, super group. Before there was a Wu-Tang, before there was a Cash Money, before there was a No Limit crew, and various other crews, Diplomats, whatever. And respect to all of them. But before all of that, there was a Juice Crew. And I was part of that. But unfortunately, like, you know, I had 1 foot in, 1 foot out, and I went up top. And out of everybody in my crew, when I saw Kane's album and I looked in the credits, I was up top. I was up north. For those that don't know, that means up top means up north. I was incarcerated. I'm not ashamed because I'm grateful to where I'm at and who I'm at now, and who I am now. But bear with me, brother.
Hey, I'm right here.
Nah, because this is real spit.
Let's talk.
Off the no DVD, off the
No bullshit DVD.
My man. Yeah, walk with me. Send me some of that.
We got another.
I love you, Wayno.
We got
so
another.
So look, Big Daddy Kane, his character is what he projects. And I was up north, and the tape came down the chair, right? The tape came down the chair, and when I got the tape, I opened it up. It was Long Live the Kane. And I opened the tape up, and the first thing I did was look at the cover. And I was like, wow, look at Doobie. Look at Doobington, like, he on his aura, like, he on his throne. He had the Caesar olive branch crown around his head. You know what I'm saying? He had the females around him fanning him off, and I was like, son is royal, man. And then I looked in the credits. And when I looked in the credits, I never told nobody this either. Well, I told you. When I looked in the credits, yo, he shouted me out.
Yeah, right, yeah.
And this is before I was Tragedy. And he shouted out MC Percy. And I was like, wow. Like, I never told Kate, like, that meant a lot to me because, you know, you'll have dudes on their fade out, on their exodus, and they want to extend their hand for points because they're on the twilight of their career, so they want to extend their hand. I hit the fault. That's how you know it's truthful. My mic still on? Stay with me, because I'm staying with you. This is real spit. I got to give y'all this. I don't know how to be nothing else but fucking me. So I looked at the credits and it said, yo, shout out to MC Percy. And I was like, wow, smart man. Everybody else didn't do that. And you know, to top it off more, Now Comes Home after that. I don't remember how I got in touch with him, but he had got a house in Jamaica Estates, which was like right behind Hillcrest High School, around that area. And he was like, yo, come see me or whatever. I pulled up, and he pulled up I met him on Parsons and Hillside. I took the F train. This is when I came home now. And when I came out the train, yo, it was like I seen mad people running. I'm like, yo, what the fuck is going on? So when I look, I see a fucking a Benz, a burgundy Benz. Burgundy? And you look, you can, my shit is vetted. Look, I'm qualified. I'm telling you the truth. And Kane know I'm telling the truth. He'll validate this story. A burgundy Benz with a Batman kit on it. He had a Batman kit on the Benz. And yo, it seemed like every female in Jamaica, Queens was running to their cars, right? And I was like, oh shit. Cause you gotta understand, when I left, you know, he was Kane, but he was nice, but his aura wasn't up like that. Now when I come, yo, his aura is up. That's why I said, a lot of dudes are trying to like throw a bone back when they're on the twilight of their career and they want points and they want to be like, yo, I looked out for Trag. They want points. But rarely do people do it when they're at their prime, at their height. And he did that. So anyway, long story longer, I'm like, yo, what's up? He's like, yo, what up? Get in, whatever. He go in his pocket, bless me. That's how you know it's the truth. Drop on the truth. He blesses me. Bang. I ain't gonna tell you the number, but at that time, that shit was like 100,000 to me. I was like, oh shit. And the first thing, he took me to his crib. When I went to his crib, and it's funny because that's the first time I met Jay-Z. Jay-Z was in one of the rooms in his crib, and he's taking me through the crib, and I'm like, oh shit, like this is your crib? Cause you gotta understand, like when I left, dudes was like shipping in to go half on the Turkey Hero.
Things changed.
Yeah, and now when I come home, he got the Benz, he got a mansion. And he showed me a lot of love and he gave me a lot of jewels, man. And long story long again, I fucks with him. Now, let's get to this. So now, the Symphony video. I told you this story.
Oh yeah, the bus.
The symphony video. We're on the bus, and I don't know, as an artist, and I know if you're an artist out there, matter of fact, you don't even gotta be an artist. There's a point in your life where you missed a moment, and you recognize that you missed a moment. When you look back in retrospect, you'll be like, damn, that was my moment.
I have a few of those.
Yeah, damn, I got like 2 or 3. A few is ill. Like, for you to see that and know that, it's ill. But that only like adheres to your greatness. I didn't know that then. But I missed the symphony. Had I been on a symphony record, I feel like my career would have been a lot further. Because I lived to be on the symphony. I thought I lived to be on the Juice Crew record. Nah, I lived to be on the symphony because I know I would have rose to that occasion. Like, I would have showed, like, it would have been like, damn, Shorty kept up with Kane and G-Rap. I love G-Rap, I love Kane, I love y'all. Y'all gotta respect where I'm coming from. Y'all know I'm a shark, like, y'all know my fangs is out. They always been out. I'm a wolf. But I love y'all. Y'all taught me so much. So now, boom, we're on a bus going to do the symphony video. I just happened to come home on parole to make the symphony video. So now I'm on the bus. Kane is like this. He pulls up on the side. You know Kane, he's the ultimate, he's Mega Mac mode all the time. It can't be an act, because
Nah. He's smooth as it gets.
Peace out to Shane, too. That's my bro.
Yeah, Shane.
So, Kane pulls up on me on the bus, and who's doing the video? Ralph McDaniels. This is classic shit. Ralph McDaniels and Vid Kid is doing the video. And I know I'm an older head. I ain't ashamed of that either, even though my shit is died. Like, I ain't ashamed of being an older head. But, like, if you know about that time and that era in hip-hop, it was about, am I talking too much? You want to get in with me?
Nah,
because you feel this up top, down low. Okay, so now, boom, I'm on the bus. Because I fuck with you. I'm on the bus or whatever.
Here.
Yeah, factual. I'm on the bus. Kane ease up on me. You know, he Mega Mac mode. And he's talking to me about lessons. Just came home. I shouldn't even be on the bus going upstate, because quiet as kept, I'm still on parole. But I gotta be in this video. So he's like, yo, you need to be, you know what I'm saying, you need to, these lessons and I'm listening to him because he's Big Daddy Kane. I'm like, yo, nigga, shut the fuck up. I'm like, yo, nigga, I don't wanna hear that shit, man. Fuck is you talking about, black man, all that crazy shit. So boom, somebody throws a French fry at him. French fry hit him. He turns around, he goes like this. Hey, yo, chill out, He starts talking to me some more. They do it again. And he goes, hold on. I'm like, all right. I put my headphones back in. The next thing I hear is, pow, pow. So my natural reaction is to get up. I get up and turn around, and I see somebody's cheek is on the window of the bus. It's not even funny. Let me stop playing. Stop playing. Nah, this is real shit right here.
Yeah.
So somebody's cheek is on the fucking window of the bus. So now I'm like, you know the first thing that's going through my mind, you a villain, I'm a villain. You know all villains is like, oh man, I'm on parole, they're gonna come. My shit is fucked up. Let's get to the ribs though. But listen, so now I'm like, so Kane comes back, sit back down with me and goes, yo, where was I? So now, yo, this nigga got my full attention. He has my full attention now. We talking about lessons? Tell me about them lessons. So I'm like, oh shit. And it's crazy because at that time of my life, like I still had a little, you know, little savage in me, a little ooh-ah. So like, I respected it before then, but I didn't really take it in until he clapped something. I hate to say it, but I'm just keeping it green. I'm just keeping it all the way Greenberry. Like, when he clapped something, I was like, oh, you know what? You that, yo. Like, I'm with that. Like, I like that.
Yo, that's a crazy fucking story.
Yo, factual.
That's a crazy story.
Factual. Like, so, in essence, like, we gotta get Kane on the show. I can't. I live for him to like be like, yo.
You cleared this with him, right?
Listen, man. Listen. Hold on. I'm a commander, man. Like, I wouldn't be a commander if I ain't come up amongst Titans like that. Like, I'm something like a G, man. Like, I seen him at the Juice Crew reunion at BB King's, and I was like, yo, I'm gonna put that in my book. What's up? Everything good? He was like, yeah. And I was like, you know what I'm talking about, right? And he was like, yeah. I was like, you know what I'm talking about, right? And he was like, yeah. So the God got the right understanding, but you know, great dude, man, great dude. And I know, like, in my own twisted way, cause like for to me, that got my attention. You know, cause dudes will look at Kane and be like, oh, he was on the Prince of Darkness shit, and he got on some chocolate lover shit. Kane is official, man. And outside of that, cause I'm pretty sure, like, for me to mention that to him, and for him to give me the green light on that, I wouldn't bring that up unless I had his back was karate chop and cosign. Cause I don't do that. And we definitely don't do that on the Chow. We're not here to devalue anybody. We're not here to make a clickbait show. Like, we're not whores to the game. You know what I'm saying? Either it's gonna live and breathe or it's not. You know what I'm saying? So, respectfully. So like, I made sure I got the clearance from the commander, from the old head, respectfully, because I respect him. But I can't wait to get Kane on the show, as he should be on the show.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? I love what love me.
We gotta get Kane back in the kitchen, though.
I love what love me, but that's just one of the stories, like, in the wealth of this whole journey, man. And how could you not love that? Like, how could you not love that? Cause see, y'all thought the Prince of Darkness.
I think the illest part, though, of that whole story is when he got back down and sat down. It was like, so what was we saying?
I think the illest part is
right there.
We never knew. That's the illest part. And that he actually sat down in the first place. Like, he could have been sitting with anybody. I think that's the illest thing. Like, he sat with me first because he understands what it is. And he always did, man. And, you know, I think that's a great thing, man. And that's why, like, I look to a lot of younger artists or artists coming up. I look to the RJ Paynes. I look to the 38. We look to the 38 Specials. We look to the Griselda movements. Yeah, we look to, you know, the Nems. We look to the younger artists who represent the core of what this is. As he did for me, as you respect him doing it for me and riding with me. And that's what we look to. And it's not that we don't respect all dope music. Dope music is dope music. I ain't an older dude that hate on the younger artists. If it's banging, it's banging. But this is why I pass the torch and I do the alley-oop, because I had the Titans and OGs do it for me, man. I respect that, man. And that means a lot to me, man. You know what I'm saying?
Fuck out of here.
That means a lot.
Yo, we on the Chow. We gonna come back. We
Means
gonna
a
cut
lot
this
to
shit
me,
up.
yo. It's more than food.
We gotta cut it. Trag is getting emotional. We on the Chow right now. You know, we had to pull Audible today.
What kind of man,
you know, keep the motion moving. And a little food for thought episode. Here we are. I'll be back with you with the, what we calling it? The Backyard Boogie Ribs. We'll be back with you. Backyard Boogie Ribs. Late night session. Boom!
Food's done. You coming back off the grill. As you can see, this was a process. Great process. I love it, man. I love how it's going down. We're gonna cut it up. We're gonna chop it up. We're gonna put it on the plate, and we're gonna see how it tastes. Right?
It looks good. It smells good. I can't wait to see what them flavors is about.
On the Chow, let's go.
Late night sessions, food for thought. What up? And then
You lied to me. It's not that bad.
Yeah. Looks good too. Yeah, color.
you see the color from back there?
Yeah. Looks really good.
Does look good. Now I'm saying it. There we go. Seeing the light. Need to get this all about the angles.
Oh, I'm good at that.
Okay. Okay, Trash. Right, baby.
What you thought? Thought it was when it wasn't?
Oh, I knew. I just
See,
know,
now
when you
look at
see
that.
it,
Look at
look
that.
at
See,
it.
now that's juicy.
falling off the bone.
I could do so much better watching that sound.
Falling off the
See, I don't
bone.
fuck around, you know? I'm a villain. Play,
Now, how long did you have that on for? Did you time it or just by watching it?
I watch it.
Like veal.
You know, watch the next time when I make it.
Tender like veal. Kept in the dark.
I feel bad because I told my bro I wasn't gonna I'm gonna eat that bone. You know?
Yo. All right, so listen, we're going to taste this. We'll come back to you and let you know what people think. Food for thought on the chow. Late night
Give me
sessions.
some plates. Give me some plates. Watch the. Oh shit, bro, we alright? Oh. Wow.
We'll leave that for a shot. What's your favorite?
I will eat this shit for a week.
Your hair trash? Oh, hold on a sec. Point to the camera again, AT.
Back on the chow. The beef ribs came off the grill. The potato salad came out the kitchen. Mr. Act, what did you think?
I thought it had a lot of flavor. I thought maybe it was a little overcooked. Or not even overcooked. Just that we should have taken it off earlier, like we said before.
Okay.
My honest.
But was it good though?
It
Taste
was
wise?
definitely good. Yeah, it was real good.
Alright.
I got another piece I'm about to eat when we finish this side.
Alright, so I know I could have took the ribs off a little earlier.
Yeah, just a little bit.
We was doing a lot tonight, so
It was. Yeah.
I give myself that grace period. But in any event, on the chow, we be back. Stay tuned. Watch, subscribe, repost,
Tell your
share
friends, everybody. Let's go.
on the chow.
On the chow.
Peace.